Hello, gorgeous souls. It's Mary Rose from PsychicSoulmateReading.com. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I really appreciate it. In this video, I will be giving you a 3-card tarot reading for our week ahead. I'm not going to mention and say the date of it because you could view this even after the date. It's basically from the date that I've uploaded to the week to week, because I do these week to week. And even if you're viewing this like maybe years later, months later, it doesn't matter, because you were drawn to view this, and that is how spirit works. It drew you to come to watch this, and the message is meant for you. And if maybe you're not getting the message right away when you watch it maybe once or twice, you'll notice that there's something that does resonate with you, because sometimes we avoid to look at the things that are happening in our life, and we tend to camouflage them with other stuff. So really pay attention to what the message is here for you. Whatever comes to your mind and whatever jumps out, that is the message. Okay? And the cards I'm going to be working with are the Mystic Dreamer. Dave bought me these for Christmas a couple years ago, and I just love these cards. I haven't really worked with them. It was so funny because I bought him the Mystic Dreamer for Christmas, and he bought me the Mystic Dreamer for Christmas. I was like, oh, even exchange. I was always drawn to working with them, but I never got around to it because I got so many decks, as you can see behind me. Okay, so before we begin, calling on to a higher power, calling on to God, please give us a message for our highest good, for what we need to know today and our week ahead. Anything for our highest good? Ah, the sun fell out. Okay, we're shuffling enough. Cutting them in 3 piles. Okay, so we got the 2 of Cups, Hermit, and the Hierophant. Okay, aside. Okay, so the 2 of Cups is mutual love between 2 people. 2 people that feel the exact same way about one another. They are in sync with each other's emotions. They feel the same, regardless of circumstances, regardless of what is going on around them. They feel the same thing. And it usually represents partnership. So this is telling you right now, whoever you have, whoever's on your mind and that you really care about, and you're in a relationship, a soulmate relationship, this person feels the same way that you do, even twin flame. When you have a twin flame or a soulmate or a karmic flame, the feelings are always mutual, just to let you know that. I get a lot of calls and emails, people asking me, does my soulmate feel the same way I do? Yeah, your soulmate does feel the same way you do, because it wouldn't be a soulmate if it wasn't mutual. So this confirms there's mutual feelings, okay? So, and if you're not looking at a soulmate relationship, it could represent also partnerships as well in other areas. It doesn't have to mean a romantic love. It could just mean like a really great friendship, a really great partnership, people working together and for the same goal and for the same cause. Like they're in sync. That's what it represents. It represents synchronicity and being in sync with someone. Okay, and we have the Hermit here, and I don't know, you can't really see it because the light is really bright. It's a cloaked figure. It's a man. He looks like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, or not Gandalf, the other wizard, the one that was in white. I can't remember. It's been a while since I saw that movie. Okay, so what the Hermit represents is doing deep soul searching, going within. Okay, so with the 2 of Cups together, obviously there's, no matter what's going on in your relationship, and you might be separated from your soulmate, or maybe you're with your soulmate, but you just feel separated from that person. You're like together, but you're not together. And this is telling you that you just kind of like need to take a break a little bit. You just need a little bit of space. You need some white space. Regardless of circumstances, you need the space apart. He needs to find himself, she needs to find herself, whatever that may be. Things have to take place. This has to happen. There has to be a bit of a separation. I think in my last video, the Hermit came up. So there was probably some more, there's probably some messages about the Hermit in that video as well. But what I'm getting about the Hermit for you today is that you need to go within yourself and find the inner, you need to find your inner light. And your inner light is telling you that you can be with that person. You can have that beautiful relationship that you're looking for, that you want to have, that you so desperately are waiting for this person to open their heart, but their person's not ready to open their heart. This person is just very separated from the truth, and they need to find themselves. That's what that's telling you. So it's telling you also too that there's mutual feelings. I have to really say that, because this is just telling me that you have to give this person space and give that person as much space as possible for that person to grow. Okay. And the third card that came up is the Hierophant. And I don't know if you can see the card from the light. Okay, the Hierophant is learning. The Hierophant is realization, and it's also going through the whole course of the chapter. Like, you have to go through the chapters. You have to read the whole book. You have to read the whole novel before you can understand why this person is choosing to be like the Hermit. So you need to go through the chapters. Time has to pass. Things have to happen. A journey has to take place before you can find that inner love that you're looking for with that person. And also, if you're looking for love, it applies to that as well. So I know I'm saying that it applies to looking for love, also love so in a relationship, or it could represent two people that have a great friendship. And also it can relate to business partnerships as well. I don't see any business here, but what I am seeing is that if there is business that's in the mix, it's a partnership. So it's just affecting you emotionally, because there's a lot of cups here. So it all depends on what your situation is and what's going on into your mind. And maybe you're getting some confused thoughts, and that all has a lot to do with something that you're not looking at. There's something that you are not, that you're avoiding. So you got to ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What am I not looking at? What shadow am I trying to, well, I'm just not looking at. Shadows are good, because shadows help us to learn more about ourselves and to bring out the light, because out of the dark comes the light. And so you have to know that. We got the Sun, which fell out of the deck. Now, anytime a card falls out on the deck, the Sun, well, actually, anytime the card falls out of the deck, it's always a meaning, and it's always like, okay, that is a part of the reading. So the Sun is actually telling you whatever your inquiry is about, the answer is the Sun. And it's always like, turn to the light, always be light. And also I always see it as a yes to a question. When somebody asks a yes or no question and the Sun comes up, it's always like, yes, your answer is yes. But it represents light and warmth and brightness. We can't hide from the Sun. So whatever shadow there has been upon you, or there's been around you, it's actually going to be uplifted. So this is telling us that there is going to be a bright side to all of this. There is going to be a transition that's taking place. And I'm like, the Two of Cups is saying that there's mutual love between two people, mutual feelings between two people. Regardless of circumstances, you got to trust, and you got to know that, and you got to not try to control that, because the more you try to control it, the more you push that situation apart from yourself. And it's really important to give that person space. Be the Hermit, or give that person the space and let them be the Hermit, I should say. And then we got the Hierophant, which is learning, training, also like going within as well. It's a spiritual card. It's a major arcana, and it represents, like I said, it has a lot to do with spiritual matters and going within and learning. So it's a learning card as well. It's actually telling you that you got to go through the whole journey before the answer comes up, before everything gets resolved. And you might be thinking, why is it not happening? Why am I not with my divine partner, soulmate, twin flame, karmic flame, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names, but you know, I have to tell you, it doesn't matter, because you can be with that person, but you have to go with the flow. Instead of going with the flow, be the flow. Just be the flow, and just don't try to change anything. Just be and allow it to be, and don't try to, you know, like, don't fire yourself up thinking putting all these stories in your mind, thinking all these things. And it kind of can make us, some people, it can make us very obsessive, where we want to stalk someone and we want to just stalk their Facebook or their Instagram or whatever social media account, and just see what they're doing and wondering, and you know, it's just thoughts. Those are just thoughts. And so I would like you to put that all down. Put that all down and tune into the self, tune into self-love. Put all that energy, tune into the sun. Go outside in the sunlight and just absorb the sun, the solar rays of the beautiful sunshine. Just feel that energy. Love yourself. When you love yourself, you attract what you need in your life. You attract the right things in your life. You attract love in your life. And guess what? That partnership, that divine partnership, actually has a way of turning itself all around completely. Like, you can go through a complete 360. So you got to trust, you got to believe, and you've got to love yourself and just take care of you. And don't be afraid of what's the outcome, because the more you resist, things will persist. Okay? So I hope that this reading was helpful for you. If you would like to learn how to get a personalized reading, please visit my website, psychicsoulmatereading.com, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. You don't know how it means. It means so much to me that that you subscribe to my videos and that you visit me each week. And I just can't tell you how much I love that, and how much I love you, and I appreciate you. And until next video, take care and peace and blessings.